I think we're live. Can somebody give me a thumbs up? And yes, I'm 5 minutes late. I think when you listen to Tim Ferriss, who, if you know who it is, he wrote the 4 Hour Work Week. When you listen to Tim Ferriss and he tells you that it only takes a minute to you if you wait till the last minute. Now, if you wait till the last minute, it takes you 6 minutes. That's why I'm 5 minutes late. But anyway, getting started soon. Just a couple things to work out before we get started. Just let me know in the comments if you can listen to, if you can hear me. If not, I'm just going to go straight through, and I need to message someone to make sure that they're listening to me. Yes, I will. Yeah, looks like Robert's right on. Yes, you can hear me. Good, I'm going to get started. And let me just tell Margot that she needs to fix a slide that I didn't finish. But one second. All right, I'm going to get started. Okay, let's get started. So I'm going to start with the slide deck. And I think it's ready. If it's not, you know what? Maybe it's not. But anyway, digital whiteboard. Who's ever used a digital whiteboard before? Or who's ever used a whiteboard in their lives? I've done it for, I don't know if hundreds of times, but at least pretty close to it. And it's always been horrible. I've looked like the guy on the left. And years ago, I thought, wait a minute, I can use an iPad. And I actually went out and bought an iPad because I was tired of looking like this guy on the left. I'm not sure who he is, so I don't mean to embarrass him or anything. I think it's awesome that he's actually teaching, but it's actually really bad to teach with a whiteboard because you really can't do what you thought. I mean, every time I teach with a whiteboard, I do it because I can write whatever heck's on my mind and I can just go with the flow. You can't really do that with a regular whiteboard on a live because you're going to get a bunch of glare. You're going to be covering half the screen. It is not a good experience. So don't do what that guy's doing. And I've seen people do really well at it. They actually pre-plan their stuff. They draw on a whiteboard and they point to it, and it looks fine. It looks fine, but it just doesn't. It loses why whiteboard's important, right? If you have to pre-write everything, point to it, get your lighting correctly, and you can't even write anything on it because you may go and actually create a shadow. It's just horrible, right? So it's not a good experience. So it is easier to be fluid and go. So why digital? It is not a good experience if it's not digital. It just loses it, the essence of why it's a big deal. Anyway, yeah. So. Yeah, that doesn't look cool. You know what looks cool is this. And I'm going to drag my screen over. I think I can drag. Oh, what the heck? It's not letting me. I'm going to have to reshare. That's weird. Come on, StreamYard. Oh, I think I know why. But I'm going to share a different window. Hold on a second. Share. I guess I can't share two screens. All right. So there's a limitation to StreamYard. I can't share two screens at a time. So I'm going to stop one. And I'm going to share the other screen, which is window, which is this one. Yeah. All right. So I think you guys can see this. So this is what's cool. And actually, this is actually my iPad connected through QuickTime. If you don't have a Mac, that's okay. You can still do it with a PC. I promise. I had somebody research this because I've never done it with a PC, but it's possible. It's my iPad, and I can actually draw whatever the heck I want on the screen. I can do undo. I can say, you know what? And I think I'm too far from the microphone. I'm bring it a little closer. But hold on. I can draw a box. I can do all kinds of cool stuff. I can say, hey, today we're going to talk about whiteboard. And I'm not doing it right. I'm actually using a pointer. I'm trying a new app. So if I screw up royally, I'm sorry. This is not the app that I normally use. So whiteboard. And I'm trying to convince you how to use it. I'm doing a horrible job at it, but bear with me. Let's see. I'm trying this one. This is actually a brand new app. I've never used it. It's not new. It's new that I didn't know about it. It's actually Jamboard, and I'll talk about it in a second, from Google. The reason I like it so much, or I'm wanting to explore it, is because it integrates really natively with Google Drive. It's from Google, so everything I create on here gets stored in Google Drive, so I can easily share it with a client, with whoever, so I can actually do consultation calls and write on the whiteboard. I used to use another app, which I don't know if they've updated it, because I stopped doing this and for a few months because I just was busy with other stuff. But anyway, I don't know if they've updated it. But anyway, what I like about this is you should be able to do insert a sticky note. Oh, I could have sworn there was a way to do. I can change the color. I guess I can do red. Let me see. That's interesting. I've done this with a phone, and when I was able to do like squares like that, and it actually would auto fix them for me. But I'm not sure why it's not doing that here with the tablet. I'm gonna go ahead and start the other one. And actually, good note. Let's see how this one behaves. Come on. I restarted my iPad recently. No, I don't want to do that. Let's start. All right, let's see if this one behaves a little different. New notebook. All right, cool. Yeah, this looks like a lot like the one I used to use. This one, create. So, got it. Yeah, whatever. Okay, got it. Actually, just got disappointed with Google's, but I'm hoping this one actually integrates a little better. But this one seems to have a few better tools. Oh, look, see, I like that. And so I just chose that tool. Text, I guess I can write text. Let's see, textile. No, I don't want to do that. Let me see. White board. Yeah. All right. So that's a whiteboard. And this is, let's say this is your live screen, and this is your actual whiteboard. Maybe you're going live, and this is a picture of you here, which I'm not sharing my screen because I just came back from a swim, so I don't look very, very, very good, but that's okay. So this could be you. This could be us talking about, let's see, hold on. Can I learn to use this one on the fly? Yes, I can. New page. After last page. Sure. Current template. Yep. New page. So let's say I wanted to teach a marketing flow. Let's say this is your Facebook public group. And I would do it much more legible than that. And that, let's say that flows to your private membership. And then from there, you actually flow that to a VIP client program. Maybe that's your kind of your lead flow in a sense, or customer flow. So maybe under public pages, you're actually going to create some content. Anyway, you get the point. Prezi. Robert says he's been using Prezi. Okay. I love it on live stream. It looks great. Oh, he loves using a digital real one instead. I do like the real one instead. I think pencils have gotten better where it makes more sense. But Rico, I'm not sure what you think about that. But I just don't like the fact that, hey, now I got to worry about glare. I got to worry about all kinds of crazy stuff. Let me try the other app real quick. So let's see. I think I have it here somewhere. Yeah, Notes Plus. That's the one I used for years, quote unquote for years. But let me see. Page after page before. Yeah, this is the tutorial. So I actually don't like this. Let me see. Notebook. Wow, interesting. It's a lot of. I should look through all this. A lot of my old client stuff. Wow, look at this. Cool. Anyway, don't want that on video. Anyway, I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna do more detailed review on this. I just want to kind of expose you guys to some of this, but I want to just give you a little quick. Let me see. Share my screen again. There we go. Back to screen 2. Tutorial why it makes sense. I'm gonna start doing more whiteboard stuff. And to be honest with you, the reason I'm doing this is to force myself to use a whiteboard again. So I thought I'd go through what's available, what's not, what's some cool stuff. Ian says, I ditched Apple when I forgot not to upgrade. I guess I could share this comment. Ditched Apple when I forgot not to upgrade iOS, and iPad stopped working. Apple refused to upgrade it, so it would work again. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got to be careful with your upgrades. But you know what? Whatever you're comfortable with. I love Apple. My first computer ever was a Mac a long time ago, like decades ago, and my second one was a PC right after, and I started building PCs. So I have love for both, but sometimes I just want stuff to work, and for the most part, Apple's been the one that works for me. But it might not be for you. But speaking of Apple, so there are some. Here's what's excited about is when I first bought this iPad, the only one that would work with a pencil, because Apple decided to call it a pencil, because Steve Jobs said in a event that he would never have a stylus pen, so they went with pencil. Whatever, right? The only one that was available at that time was the high end model, and it wasn't cheap. So I went with the Pro and I bought it. Mine's 3 years old now, but it's still an awesome tablet. I bought the top of the line because that's the only one that will work with the pencil back then. But now what I love is the fact that you could actually do this with a really, really inexpensive iPad mini. And they did this, I think, last year, if I'm not mistaken. I think when they added the mini, it's a tiny little screen. So uh, I like my real estate, so I'm not sure if this would work for me. But if you do want the Pro, those are the two options that will work for you. If you like teaching a lot, if that's kind of your style, that's awesome. If you do hot seats, if you do different things like that, then that would make sense. If you like creating slides, like Andrew does, one of the guys that uh, works with me, but anyway, then maybe that's not your style. I like teaching from a whiteboard. I like doing client meetings from a whiteboard. It actually, in order to illustrate concepts, you know what's happened from this? I've ended up drawing a lot of stuff on a whiteboard, and they turn into graphics and stuff and templates for PowerPoint. So it was a good starting point. I love it. Yeah. So, but I mean, if you don't want to fork up too much money or you're not sure, then you know what? You could always get a mini. If you don't like it, return it. Apple has a good return policy. There are some Android options. I know uh, Microsoft has their version of a tablet that's pretty good. One of my cousins has it, and he's always bragging about it. But you know what? I didn't bother researching it or coming up with options. I'm sure you got a PC version of it. I forget. I'm drawing a blank on what they're called, but I'm sure you heard about it. But there's some options on the Galaxy if you want an Android option. Out of all the Android brands, Samsung seems fairly reliable. You can get started with 269, so that's like maybe a couple $100 cheaper than the Apple option. So that's if you're looking to do this quickly and save some cash. That's one way to do it. 10.4-inch screen. It's a decent sized screen. The numbers look a little better. The 7 is 12.4. This one's a little more comparable to an iPad, but I'm just not an Android guy. But if you are, hey, there's a way to do it. I left Android after my phone wouldn't work, and I've used both. But maybe it's time for me to try Android again. I'm not sure, but if you do, that's kind of like your options. I'm gonna go through some of the stuff that some of you already know, but yes, I'm using StreamYard right now, so you see me do that. If you want a link to get it for cheap or to get a trial, I think if you use my link, my affiliate link, you'll get like a $10 off, or I don't know, I forgot what, but I'll share the link anyway. Be Live, I know we stopped using them because they were flaky a little bit. Their software was, but I think they've improved somewhat. You could always use Zoom, which does not let you schedule Facebook Lives. And connecting a computer for the Mac, I use QuickTime, which is native with the app. There are some tools to do that. I know there's some stuff with PCs that let you do this, but I don't remember the app. I'll look it up. I'll actually post a tutorial in this post. So if you're watching the replay, then you can go ahead and watch that. Yes, they'll be posted. But anyway, wanted to give you guys a taste of that. This is not a full-on tutorial, just giving you a taste. But I will be adding some links in the post to follow up with this. Links to StreamYard, to Be Live. You can find Zoom on your own. But yeah, so I will be adding tutorials to this so that I'll save you maybe a minute or two of Google searching yourself. Yes, there are some note apps that I've looked at. There's some more. You could play with it. I actually bought like 10 or 15 of them, and Notes Plus was pretty good. I was just royally disappointed with Google Jamboard. I was really excited about it, but I could tell they really reduced the functionality on an iPad. I don't know if that's on purpose, if Google just doesn't want to give too much good stuff to the iPad because they're competitors. But Notes Plus has been awesome. If you saw some of the list of clients and people I helped in the past in my notes, Good Notes has been good. I like Good Notes because it runs on the Mac as well. This is not an exhaustive list, of course, but those are a few to consider. Ian, if you're a PC guy, I mean, I know Microsoft has Microsoft Whiteboard. I don't know if you've used it, and so you might be able to use that with one of those tablets that they what's it called? Jeez, I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on what their name of their tablet is. That's all integrated tablet laptop thing deal, which is pretty sweet. I've seen it. Not my thing, but it's pretty sweet. But anyway, some apps to consider. I think for the most part, these should run on PC. I mean, I'm sorry, on Android and on Apple as well. But that's something for you to check out. But like I said, doesn't cost a lot to be a little cooler. But Robert, if you still like the whiteboard, I get it. You want to flow a little bit with that whiteboard. But I think, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I guess you could take a picture of the whiteboard, but not being able to digitally send that to a client right away, or having to take a picture and all that. Yeah, both great apps for group whiteboarding. Okay, thank you for saying Collabboard and Miro, web-based. Thank you. I wonder if they have a native app. If they don't have a native app, that's a no-no, but or not good. But I'll check them out, Ian. I'll actually add links to those if they have native apps for I think I checked on Miro. I forgot why they didn't use it. Why I chose Notes Plus instead. Like I said, I was just royally disappointed with Google Jamboard, but I'll use Collabboard and Miro, and that's one of the things why I like Jamboard is because you can collaborate. But they have this auto draw feature that I don't know why it's turned off on an iPad. I cannot believe it. I used it on my iPhone and it's worked fine, but well, disappointed a little bit there. But thank you, Ian, and I'll show that to the screen. Collabboard and Miro. I'll check this out and add them to the post. But yeah, let's see. Awesome, love learning from everyone. Let's see. Yep. So that's, if you see the slide, it's because it's time to go. Yeah, if you want to get some cool training on cutting edge and effective strategies to launch and grow your online expert business, or sometimes your business period. Other perks for signing up. Yeah, just go to the link. I mean, if you want to stay connected to me and Twin Social, go to the link. Get on their email. My email list will send reminders when we go live. But hey, it's every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Pacific, unless I'm running late. Then it's 3:05. Okay. But anyway, I'll see you guys next week. And see you. Don't forget to come back to the post. And if you're watching live, I'd say in about a couple hours, it'll be fairly updated with links and stuff and tutorials. But if you are watching the replay, it's probably already updated. See you.